Swadika, good morning and welcome to Newsline. I'm Chalapansana Narula. It's Monday, November 9th, and let's take a look at today's top stories. Beginning with Thailand moves forward. In our first story, the government is urging all factories to use proper methods to treat waste before disposal. In the meantime, the public has been asked to use water in the most efficient way due to possible water shortages in the future. Major General Sansern Kao Kamnerd, government spokesperson, said Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha had instructed responsible agencies, including the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, the Ministry of Industry, the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives, to inspect wastewater dumped into waterways across Thailand. The Premier also asked factories to treat harmful waste in the most environmentally friendly way possible, as well as to preserve natural resources in the areas where they operate. Speaking about possible water shortages in the future, the spokesperson said members of the public should use water more efficiently, while farmers should refrain from off-season cultivation, given that the amount of water the country has may not be enough for off-season farming. The government continues to tackle human trafficking, a national agenda issue, in the hope to raise Thailand's worker protection to meet international standards. The government has completed an operational plan to prevent human trafficking in the labour sector in 2016. In the short term, there will be strategies to control employment agencies and urgently identify citizenship of foreign workers. Relevant laws will also be revised. The plan's long-term solutions focuses on the promotion of exporting and importing of workers by the government, as well as legal actions against government employees and other people involved in human trafficking. Relevant units will be urged to work together more closely in the fight against human trafficking in all dimensions. The Department of Internal Trade, or DIT, under the supervision of the Ministry of Commerce, has found that prices of consumer goods in Bangkok remain unchanged. Deputy DIT Director General Suchat Sinrat, accompanied by his subordinates, paid a visit to Ratchawat Market to check prices of consumer products. The team found that prices of meat and vegetables were stable, while prices of chicken eggs had slightly gone down due to an oversupply in the market. Ratchawat Market is reportedly very crowded on a daily basis, as people have been purchasing gifts for their families and friends ahead of the upcoming New Year holidays. The Deputy Director General has therefore asked all retailers to put up a price tag along with a label that identifies the type of each product. As for the gift baskets, the goods in the baskets must not be expiring within the period of 3 to 6 months' time. The Constitution Drafting Commission, or CDC, has agreed to use the mixed member apportionment or MMA electoral system proposed by former chairman of the previous charter drafting body, Mawansak Uwano, and his team. According to CDC spokesman Norachit Singh Hatseni, the charter rewrite team has resolved to maintain the MMA system in the Constitution, allowing every vote for the losing candidates in an election to go toward the proportion of party list members of parliament. The spokesman said the CDC has insisted on using a single ballot for both constituency and party list MPs. Furthermore, the charter drafters also agreed to increase the number of election commission members from 5 to 7. Lastly, the CDC has resolved to separate the Constitutional Court from a chapter pertaining to independent organizations. Meanwhile, Constitution Court Judge Jaran Pakdi Thanakul said he agreed with the Constitutional Drafting Commission, or CDC, to separate the Constitutional Court from the independent public agency category. He stated that the Constitution Court should exist as a judiciary body to ensure and monitor that use of power is in accordance with the rule of law. He added that including the Constitution Court as one of the independent public agencies would only lower its status and weaken the system of checks and balances. He expressed confidence in the CDC's expertise in law, especially that of its chairman, Kun Michai Ruchupan. although he sometimes disagreed with the CDC's resolutions, Judge Jaran said he was ready to work with the CDC to move the country forward. Rehearsals for Bike for Dad continued in different provinces as the eagerly awaited event nears. In the south, Surat Thani Governor Wongsiri Promchana led a group of bikers to cycle from the governor's residential area to Tambon Makham Tia Health Promotion Hospital. In Songkhla, Governor Songpon Sawatham and leading members of the Songkhla Province Red Cross chapter yesterday accompanied Bike for Dad riders to survey the 29-kilometer route designated for the activity. The trip started from the City Hall and passed a number of landmarks of the province. More than 100,000 passengers are expected to pass through Suvarnabhumi Airport on a daily basis during the high season. The director of Suvarnabhumi Airport said the airport will be handling up to 160,000 passengers a day during winter, which is the high season that started on October 25th this year and will end on March 26, 2016. During this period, the director said there will be a total of 969 flights a day, 96 of which will be passenger flights, 9 cargo flights, and the remaining 19 flights will be under a code-share agreement. A code-share agreement is an aviation business arrangement where 2 or more airlines share the same flight. Suvarnabhumi Airport is the largest airport in Thailand and serves as an aviation hub in Southeast Asia that attracts airlines from across the globe and leads the way to countries in the South and also Southeast Asia. That's it for Thailand Moves Forward. We'll now have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices. Newsline will return with more. Stay with us.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The second core value, being honest, sacrificing, showing restraint and determination in doing good for the majority.
Welcome to ASEAN, a community comprised of 10 countries, each with its unique culture and history, now unifying to bring added prosperity to the region. For centuries, each country remained independent, but now we are coming together to compete in the 21st century globalized world. ASEAN is bringing together more than 600 million citizens and a total land area of 4.4 million square kilometers, and is providing economic opportunities, trade, travel, and new educational possibilities. The combined GDP of all 10 ASEAN countries comes to a total of $2.4 trillion, which means the ASEAN entity ranks amongst the world's major economic powers. The future is here. Welcome to ASEAN, the community of opportunities. The Southeast Asia region is now becoming one.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Thailand and Sri Lanka have stepped up cooperation in all areas, especially trade and investment. Deputy Prime Minister Somkit Jatusipitak will lead a trade mission to visit Sri Lanka in early 2016. คุณสโรชารัตนเพียร has more.
Speaking at the Thailand Sri Lankan Business Forum in Bangkok, Mr. Somkit explained that the visit to Sri Lanka aims to explore trade and investment opportunities between the two countries. The Thailand-Sri Lanka Business Forum was held during the official visit to Thailand by the President of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, Mr. Maithripala Sirisena, from November the 1st to the 5th, 2015. The visit was at the invitation of Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha. Trade between Thailand and Sri Lanka now stands at $510 million. They have set a target to increase bilateral trade to $1 billion by 2016. Both countries have tremendous opportunities to expand that business cooperation in many areas, when the ASEAN Economic Community or AEC is in place. Among these areas are tourism, processed food production, infrastructure development, and textile manufacturing. Great opportunities are also opened for both countries to cooperate in such industrial goods as jewelry, tea, and community products. For instance, Sri Lanka is rich in gemstones, while Thailand is known for its expertise in gemstone cutting and marketing. This could join hands in developing jewelry products for the international market and expanding this cooperation to other countries as well. Several Thai private companies are interested in investing in Sri Lanka in infrastructure development, textile manufacturing, and hotel business. The two countries also have great potential for joint development in agriculture and fisheries. Regarding tourism cooperation, Thailand is willing to share its experience in the tourism industry with Sri Lanka. Buddhist tourism has been cited as an area of tourism cooperation that should be given a major boost. Thailand told Sri Lanka that it welcomed Sri Lankan visitors for medical tourism in Thailand, which is recognized for tourism and health service standards. Sri Lanka is interested in learning from Thailand about its experience in several projects. Among them are the establishment of the special economic zones and the One Tambon One Product program. Thailand and Sri Lanka are members of the Bay of Bengal Initiatives for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, or BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC was initiated by Thailand in 1997 with the vision of combining the Look West policy of Thailand and ASEAN with the Look East policy of India and South Asia. The purposes of BIMSTEC are to create an enabling environment for rapid economic development and accelerate social progress in the sub-region.
Moving on, Dr. Piche Durongkaweerot, Minister of Science and Technology in Thailand, has presented 3 telescopes to Professor Boviankam Vongdara, Minister of Science and Technology in Laos, as a gift on the occasion of his attendance at the 16th ASEAN Ministerial Meeting on Science and Technology. Dr. Piche said the Ministries of Science and Technology of Laos and Thailand have been working together for a couple of years regarding astronomy, which is an important issue. Thailand, via the National Astronomical Research Centre, or NARIT, has donated 3 telescopes and other equipment essential for the study of astronomy to the Ministry of Science and Technology, Ponsawan School, and National University of Laos. After the presentation, NARIT, or the National Astronomical Research Institute, organized a Star Party, an event to give students of Laos a space experience, and everyone seemed to really enjoy the activity. With various exchange programs and scholarships available to Thai students to study either domestically or abroad, it's clear that many of the programs are aimed at creating an understanding among different cultures. Familiarizing yourself with the language and customs of another society can be a life-changing experience. If you are a Thai Muslim living in one of the 5 southern provinces, here is an opportunity designed for you.
The scholarships were introduced with the cooperation of Thailand's Southern Border Provinces Administrative Center, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Royal Thai Embassy in Jakarta, in collaboration with the Ministry of Religious Affairs of Indonesia and the Muhammadiyah, a prominent Islamic organization in Indonesia. The aim is to foster greater cooperation in educating students from the southern provinces of Thailand and to establish a better relationship among the people of the two countries, which will have benefits at a national level. Despite living thousands of kilometers away from home, the exchange students in Indonesia don't feel much difference in lifestyle due to the similarity in religious beliefs.
People here are very encouraging. If you make a mistake, no one will criticize you. They will not laugh over your mistake. It made me feel more confident, to be more daring to ask. It has made me more systemized about using my time doing my studies.
I think that the education system is no different from Thailand if we talk about the curriculum, the examinations. But what different is the activeness of the students here. Way more active than Thai students. We will ask questions all the time. Sometimes we think that we Thai people are brave enough to stand up and ask questions. But students here are more braver. They come to class on time, normally 30 minutes before class starts. The students will already be there waiting for the teacher.
Students who have received a scholarship to come here express their gratitude for the opportunity to study the language and gain great experience that they can bring back to use and help develop their own society.
The benefit of it all, as an exchange student, is being able to gain experience that only studying inside the country can bring, such as being alone, being able to face up to challenges on your own.
We have to face being abroad, but it will never be as warm as the society we come from. It has really made us much stronger.
During the students' time abroad, parents are confident that the Thai embassy will be taking good care of them.
We have a lot of activity with these Thai people. One activity that we try to go out and reach out to them, to visit them. Like Thai students, we try to visit them at their places of their study, university in many provinces. And we have also organized regular activity with them in places like in Jakarta and in other big cities. So we try to go out, reach out to them with joint activities on a regular basis.
The scholarship is available to Thai Muslim students in 5 southern provinces of Yala, Pattani, Narathiwat, Songkhla, and Satun. The application period is during the month of May. Those who are interested may contact 07-327-4103 for more details. Through great regional support, these bright young students will be a catalyst to great changes in the southern provinces of Thailand, helping them flourish like never before. Camera work by Porn Mongkol Suthi and Ampanot Season for NBT World in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Supporters of Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi burst into boisterous celebration on Sunday after the country held its first free nationwide election in 25 years, the biggest step yet in a journey to democracy from dictatorship. Turnout is thought to have been 80% in the poll, seen as a further big step away from decades of military rule. Although the outcome of the poll will not be clear for at least 36 hours, a densely packed crowd blocked a busy road beside the headquarters of Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy, or NLD, in Yangon as they cheered and waved red flags. The NLD is expected to win the largest share of votes cast by an electorate of about 13 million, who chose from thousands of candidates standing for parliament and regional assemblies. But a legacy of military rule means Suu Kyi, who led the campaign for democracy, cannot become president herself. Whatever the result, Myanmar is heading into a period of uncertainty over how she and other ascendant parties negotiate sharing power with the still dominant military. Burundi Security Minister announces the start of a forced weapons disarmament program after months of violence and civil unrest. Burundi has seen at least 200 dead and tens of thousands have left the country since President Pierre Nkurunziza announced that he would seek a third term in office, which he then won in a contested election in July. The announcement comes today after an attack on a bar in Bujumbura that witnesses say left a total of 9 people dead and wounded others. United Nations security forces were also in Burundi and would remain until peace is restored. Regional and world powers have grown increasingly concerned that the security situation in Burundi may presage a repeat of the ethnic violence that ended in a genocide in neighboring Rwanda in 1994. Thousands waved rainbow flags and marched in support of gay rights during Hong Kong's annual Pride Parade. Organizers said a record number of 9,500 people joined the march, which calls for equality for all. Homosexuality is legal in Hong Kong, but same-sex marriage is not recognized, and there's limited protection for discrimination against sexual orientation. Organizers said consulate representatives from at least 10 countries joined the march to show their support for LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender rights in the former British colony. The British Consulate General hung a rainbow flag outside its building and tweeted messages of support on its official Twitter account. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. Thank you very much for joining us. Our email address is newsline.nbt@gmail.com. So if you do have any suggestions, please write to us. Also, our Facebook fan page is NNT. So if you'd like to have a look at some of the events going on about in the country, please have a look at our Facebook or our website, thainews.prd.go.th/en. Today we say goodbye with some pictures from the 14th Dubai Air Show that kicked off yesterday. I'm Chalapan Rula. Thank you very much for joining us. Sawasdee ka.